Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. This is a comic that, when I got it in, it wasn't what I was expecting. What we got here is Megaton Holiday Special #1 from Entity Comics, which I found out later on Entity and Parody Press were owned by Don Chen. Now, if you don't know the name, adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters. That's what he's best known for. But Don Chen is still out there. He's got a YouTube show. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. I talked to him a couple times. Yeah, after he commented on my video I did of the adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters. What this is Megaton. It's kind of known, I kind of call it like the start of Image. Because you had guys like Eric Larson, Savage Dragon had some of his very early appearances in Megaton. Vanguard, who you see here on the cover, ended up coming to us like Gary Larson, I think. Or Gary Carlson, Larson, somebody else. And then Youngblood. Youngblood had some cameo appearances, like some ad appearances in Megaton. Now, this I thought was one of the Megatons from the original run. Turned out I was wrong. Now, we got a nice, it came out in the gimmick age, $2.95, so we got a nice foil cover. Let's go ahead and open this sucker up. Okay. To Gary, what can I say? You believed in me first and strongest. I owe a lot of it to you. Welcome back to the comics business best, Rob Liefeld. Okay, so we got here. Back in 1970, there was a terrible glut in the comics marketplace, and I was part. Megaton had helped create the black and white boom back in '82, and by '87 there was so much pride out there it was almost impossible to get noticed. We had some high-quality books planned. Color Megaton and Vanguard series, Youngblood Arrival, a Dr. Weird special by Jim Starlin, Grass Green's Hilarious Wildman, and Truly Our Beef Ram title. The Megaton Xmas special is intended as a showcase for all the characters and talent. All the creative teams supplied something. A story, a pin-up, prose piece, it was fun. Unfortunately, nobody cared. There was just too much stuff out there, and we were adding to it. The planned Megaton explosion was a dud. Sales dropped to nothing, and I dropped out of comics. Somewhere there exist 2 unpublished Vanguard issues, half of Megaton's story, another issue of Ram, and part of the original Youngblood book. Write to Rob and beg him to print it sometime, and a big chunk of stuff intended for Xmas. And so that's what this is. This is from 1993 when this came out. But Gary Carlson is the plot. Ron Fortier is the script. Frank Fusco does the pencils. Aubrey Bradford is the inks. And Brent Carpenter is the... That's Megaton. I like the color on this. The color on these are really nice. Through the camera, that is... Okay, I'm going to show you. That is not a turd. That's the back of somebody's head. It looks like a turd. And, I've always wanted to issue Megaton back in the day, like when Youngblood's first appearance in Savage Dragon, they were going for way too much. I'm like, I'm not paying that much. I know this will dry down, and eventually I'll get them. Well, it died down, and I didn't get them, and now it's not easy to find them, so I grabbed this one. This is one of my comic shop orders. So now we got Vanguard, who y'all know from Savage Dragon, his own series at Image. Story by Gary Carlson, pencils by Steve Adams, inks by W.C. Carini, letters by Grass Green. Not a bad little comic. Interesting stuff. This is what's cool. Okay, now we got this little Christmassy pinup. That's kind of... We got a Fred Hembeck thing, and this is it. We got this really nice Youngblood poster in the center by Rob Liefeld and Jerry Ordway. So these are early versions of like Riptide and Brahma and what's his name? Cougar and Sentinel and Photon and that looks like Atlas. Actually, this looks a lot like what ended up becoming great. There's Atlas, there's Stasis, there's Cold Snap, I think, And then we get these covers for all the different Megaton #3, which was one of the very early appearances of Savage Dragon. And then we get more of the Vanguard story. We get Feral and Christmas Rush by Ken Meyer Jr. Not bad art on this. It looks nice. Dr. Weird. Story by Ed DeGeorge. Pencils by Angel Medina. Angel Medina is some of his early work here. Inks by Harold Keltner and letters by Grass Green. Grass Green did a lot of the lettering. You'll know him from, most people know him from, just underground stuff. And in the back cover, Xmas is Coming. 1987. But just a neat little piece of comic history. Yeah, I'm seeing more and more people talking about this stuff now. Now, I was in the comic shop not that long ago. I saw they've reprinted Graphic Fantasy #2, which is the second published appearance of the Savage Dragon. Graphic Fantasy #1 is the first published appearance. And that's reprinted. I should have grabbed them. Well, everybody just forgot, but anybody else out there remember Megaton? Now Megaton Man, which is great too, you know. I still say old Dandy Dom Simpson should sue Ben Edlund. Because Megaton Man and the Tick are awful similar. Megaton came first, but I'm out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.